Good morning. Oh my goodness, so good. I went out last night and I bought 5 different varieties of creamers. Happy birthday to me. Okay, so today what I want to talk about is being satisfied in life and like reflecting on the moment because you can't capture it. So after many calls yesterday from really people that I love and care so much about and have been such a big part of my life, I got to reconnect with a lot of them. And it's so interesting to me because so much of the conversation was about appreciating the moment and then not having regrets about the past. And it's so interesting to me, like being reflective. I wrote down my list of 64 things I want to do this year, and you want to be able to capture a moment, but you can't. Like, you look at a picture and it reminds you, but you can't capture that moment. You can't relive that moment. I was like looking at old pictures of myself and I was thinking, wow, you look so beautiful, but at the time I didn't really think that. And at the time I didn't think that I can do that. And at the time I didn't appreciate it. And it's so interesting to me how I can't get those moments back, so I have to live in this moment. And living in this moment is amazing, but it's almost like you can't appreciate this moment until you relive it in the past. Like, all the emotion doesn't catch up with you. Like, sometimes I go to a comedian and I don't think it's funny until I look back at it. Like, the next day I laugh about the joke. Like, it's hard for me to like get it in the moment and get all the emotions. I feel like I'm on emotional delay. Like, I like it, but then when it takes the emotion time to catch up with the feelings that I'm having at the time. But what I've decided last night after many conversations with many really important people is that I'm the kind of person that's always striving. I'm always striving for something. Good morning, Beth. I'm always striving to get better, to do more, to be more. And that's who I am. And being that way, I have to accept the fact that I am satisfied to a point, but there's never going to be a point where I'm going to say, oh, that was good enough. It's always going to be, well, what could I have learned? What could I do better? That's really like who I am. And it's time for me to just enjoy the moment as much as I can and just love the fact when I'm being reflective, and it's even better. Because the thing is, when you're being reflective, you can kind of add your spin to it. And you can store it the way you want to remember the memory. So one of the things about my outlook for this year is going to be the fact that I'm not looking to be totally satisfied. What I'm looking for is to enjoy the moments, and then when I reflect on it, enjoy it again. Like, there's not just one moment where you can say, oh my God, that was the best moment, because really it gets stored in your memory and you could like relive it again. We can't like capture a hologram where you could physically capture it. We can't do that. We're not at that technology yet. So our memories is all we have. And after like walking down memory lane with so many people, seems like August 15th was a big day to be born. There were so many people born on that day. That really just, when you're in the moment, feeling that moment, and then when you're reflecting on that moment, enjoying that too. I think that from the perspective of enjoying and reflecting and being satisfied, you can, if you're in the right frame of mind and the right perspective. Instead of thinking, like I was thinking, could I still do a cartwheel? I did so many cartwheels years ago. And I was like thinking, could I do a cartwheel? And then I was like afraid. I don't know if I could do a cartwheel. And I was thinking that I was never like satisfied with my cartwheels at the time. But now I don't even know, like, can I do a cartwheel anymore? Like, that's a really hard thing about the aging process, is that might have been my glory days of that. But now I'm so much wiser and so much happier. And I might not be able to do a cartwheel anymore, but I have the memory of it. And more important than that is I can enjoy the fact that one day I could do a cartwheel, and enjoy that right now as I'm moving on to new things. To me, the key is always expanding your horizons, really never being satisfied, and keep on going, because that's really what life is really about, is just picking yourself up, brushing yourself off, and keep on going. So I have a big day ahead of me. I hope you have a big day ahead of you. Every day is a big day, and today, my goal for today is to really just take it in. Since I know I'm never going to be satisfied and I always think I could do better, I'm just going to try to take it in so I have a lot to process tomorrow. Have a really great day, and I'll see you later, some of you.